I got to talk about this as a lifelong Philadelphia sports fan. And I grew up going to Phillies games at the vet with my dad. And, something that happens at those Phillies games, foul balls, and even the far more elusive and far more valuable home runs. And this video went mega viral over the weekend. I've gone viral for talking about it and coming down on it because while everybody wants to talk about the bad behavior of the Philly Karen, the Philadelphia Karen here, or the Phillies Karen, because it's actually down in Miami where this game was held, nobody seems to be talking about the bad behavior of the father. No one, other than myself, is pointing out, or at least was, pointing out that this father is actually the one who's more at fault. And here's why. People say she took the ball from the son. People say that she took the ball from the little kid. But excuse me, go look at the video. Just watch it. It's right there. You can all see it. She didn't take the ball from the kid. She didn't take the ball from the kid once. What did she do? This entitled, loud, angry Karen, she yelled, she pointed fingers, but who took the ball from the boy? It wasn't her. It was his own father. His own father on his birthday took a home run ball from his son's glove and handed it over to this shrieking harpy. Then he gave an interview. Whole family gave an interview. So we got that for you. Let's play it now.
I wasn't very happy that we had to give it to her, but we can't win. She was gonna get it anyways.
Sure.
Yeah. She wasn't gonna take it, but I decided to give her the ball. I apologize to you, but it was the right thing. We just wanted her to go away.
Yeah.
And it worked out. You got a bat.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Dad, do you have any regrets giving the ball back?
Yeah, like I said, it's, that was what we were there for. We were there to get a home run ball. So I thought I had accomplished this great thing, and putting in his glove meant a lot. And she was just so adamant and loud and yelling and persistent, and I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. There was hundreds of people, just staring. And like I said, she was very, very, very close. And I'm dad of the family, so I didn't want to do something I'd regret. And that was the choice I made, is to just hand the ball back and tell her, go away.
Do I even need to say anything? Look at how dejected this family looks. All of them. From the father to the son to the young daughter. The body language is everything. The body language is a Greek tragedy here. You can actually see the daughter, she's looking down her nose, like the expression. She literally does the expression of looking down her nose at the father. And the son? Son's not excited. Son's not happy. I saw all these people in my, coming at me all weekend saying, oh, but he got a bat. And he mentioned there, well, you got a bat out of it, huh? You got a bat, huh? He doesn't want a participation trophy. He wants the real thing. He wants to win. I saw so many people over the weekend say, but Jack, it's just a baseball game. It's just an object. Oh my gosh. Do you really think this is about baseball? This is about the decline of American masculinity that is indelibly linked to the decline of the West. This is why our nations are in collapse, because you handed it over. You weak men with no chests handed everything over to the angry Karens, and weak men make hard times. This is exactly what it's all about. This is not about baseball. This is about knowing that it is important to win. The son didn't want to lose and get a consolation prize. He wanted to win. And he wanted to know that his father was a winner. And he wanted to respect his father. And so did the daughter. She absolutely wanted it. You look to your dad for protection. You look for your dad for strength. You look for your dad to be your rock. I'll tell you one thing. I've been to a lot of baseball games with my dad. I never seen my dad hand a ball away to someone who's screaming at him, nor would he ever, absolutely ever, give a ball away like that. It's just not done. And it's real simple. It's about winning. It's about giving something to your son. It's about teaching him that lesson. It's about being a role model and standing up for what's right in the world. That's what it's about. Never, ever submit or surrender in front of your children in a situation like this. What lesson is he teaching his son? And also, by the way, what lesson is he teaching his daughter? He's teaching his daughter that the Karen's going to win. So if you want to win, just go be a Karen. He's teaching his son that, and his son says it. That's where it's heartbreaking. He's teaching the son that winning isn't even an option. Right? Whatever happened, it used to be the part of the American spirit was failure is not an option. Failure is not an option. Winning is not an option? What do you mean winning is not an option? He says it, we can't win. She was going to get it anyway. She was going to get it anyway. And you can see his spirit crushed in that. So this is my message to all the dads out there. You got to step up. You just got to step up. When they're screaming in your face, when they're jabbing their bony little finger, wah, 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 just say no. Just say no. Sit down. As Christ said, turn the other cheek, but stand your ground. A lot of people get that wrong. Christ didn't say submit or surrender. Christ said turn the other cheek, as in don't back down. Stand your ground. Of course, Christ doesn't teach about submission. If that were true, why are there Christian martyrs, by the way, in the early church? It's full of Christian martyrs. There were so many Christian martyrs in the early church who refused to submit or cower or surrender to the Romans, right? That there were so many feast days for them that had to be turned into All Saints' Day because there were just too many martyrs because they kept getting killed because they refused to submit. Jesus didn't teach submission. He didn't teach you to be a weakling, to be a coward, to be a soy boy. No. Stand up, say no, say, excuse me, ma'am, that ball is my son's. Today is his birthday. He's not giving it up, and we're not giving it up. So you can go back to your seat, you can sit down. Why don't you go put up a few more yard signs? I'm sure you got plenty already. Go grab a beer, whatever you want. You're not getting that ball. You're not getting it. And it's as simple as that. It's not about this one man and this one boy and this one family, but it's a teachable moment because it is about the millions of times throughout our society where these interactions take place on a daily basis, and men submit because they say, oh, just didn't want to deal with it anymore. Just didn't want to deal with it anymore. Well, at what point are men going to step up?